Selamat pagi from here in Bali, Indonesia. Here are 3 reasons why. Pagi, apa kabar? Here are 3 reasons why Bali's not going to be the same this upcoming year. So if you're watching this in 2024, this is 2025, 2025, 2026. This is your sign that you need, if it's calling you to come here, to visit here. And I know even before I get started, people are gonna be like, it hasn't been the same in 5 years. It's changing all the time, but trust me. Here's the first reason why Bali's not gonna be the same. Number 1 is it's becoming very commercialized. Now, as I say these things, I'm not saying it's a horrible thing. I get it. It helps the people, helps the economy. So they say, okay, but it's changing. Because a lot of people still have the same image of Bali in their mind of what has been talked about for the last 15, 20 years. When you think of Bali, what do you think of? Just a question, what do you think of when you think of Bali? Rice fields, you know, nature, palm trees, coconuts. Yeah, it's kind of the idea that comes to your mind when you think of Bali. And now so many things where this would all be, for example, a rice field. Now you can see it's hotels all on here. Even just from this side, I'm in Sanur, which is a very quiet part. If I want to go to the beach is just right over there. Literally, I'm on one street. There's just a row of what used to be restaurants or fields, and then the beach. But now it's just hotel after hotel after hotel after hotel. Not that it's a horrible thing, but I'm telling you, the image that people have held in their mind of Bali is changing. It's becoming very commercialized. And what does that mean? Because you have to understand, when places are changing, it's not like one thing changed, that's it. One thing affects everything else. So it's becoming more commercialized. What does that mean? That means during the pandemic, when I lived here for 2 years, I could walk around and I'd have conversations. I'd get to know the people. I got to know what they struggled with. I got to have full conversations. What does that mean now? That it's commercialized. Now when I go to places, same places, for example, in Ubud, and I walk around, people will be like, hey, look my shop, come my shop, yeah, come, look, come my shop. And for me, that changes how it is here. And by the way, if you guys are ever here and you don't know where to go, you just come to like a little Indomart. Pagi. You come to Indomart, have a coffee, a drink, chill out. You don't need to go to the fancy places. You can go right here and chill out, no problem. Local vibes. All the little shops you see have places where you can sit down right outside. But what does that mean? It's getting commercialized. That means when you come here, you're gonna see, especially in the tourist areas, is that more advertisements for, hey, we have Bali food. Hey, we have local food here. And I've always been like, in my mind, well, we're in Bali. Why do you need to advertise you have local food? When I start seeing that, that's the first thing. The second thing, why you need to get here soon, why it won't be the same as next year, is because of that, that's expanding further out. What do I mean by that? That means that before, when you wanted to get, go to a rice field, for example, it takes you, in Canggu, it used to take 5 minutes. You don't even have to leave Canggu to get to rice fields. What does that mean now? You need to drive about 10, 15 minutes if you know where to go. If you don't know where to go, you might got to drive 20, 25 minutes to see rice fields. And I know if you live here, like, Luke, no, there's this place right behind Sister's Dumpling. I get it. But if you're coming here and you don't know, you don't know. And here's the thing, to go to those places that have the rice fields, you definitely need to know the places. And most of the time people are renting cars and scooters. Actually, I wanted to talk to these people. This is actually a food place, and I want to see if I can help them out at all. Hey, excuse me. Hi, you speak English? No?
Mikey.
You speak English?
Yes. What can I help you?
Yeah, is there any way I can help you all? Do you guys ever need, I'm like YouTuber.
Oh.
Is there any way that I can help you guys? Food or?
For this week, we have activity fully in the Karangasem, which is quite in the district in quite in the centers of Bali.
Yeah.
But in December, How long did you want to stay?
Oh, I'm only here for a few weeks now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's in Karangasam now? You guys all go there to help?
Yes, because we're doing a healthy school meal program.
Yes.
She in a quite in the remote school.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Oh.
This whole November.
All November. How far is the school from here? Where do you guys
For
go?
about 3 hours.
3 hours
driving.
away.
Yes.
Is it close to like Amlapura
Amlapura.
or Ahmed, like there?
Well, Amlapura quite in the coast.
Yes.
This one is quite in the center.
Oh, and you guys go out and pass out the food and everything?
Cook.
You cook?
Yes. We cook
Oh.
from the surplus that we got from the hotel.
Yeah. Oh, that's what this is.
Yes.
Wow. And what's the, like, is it possible for people to go there and see? Or you guys are in like inside the school?
Inside the school.
Oh, I was gonna go there and film and then people see it and then they can donate or something.
But on December, actually, it's free for everyone to join.
Okay.
Because we do Christmas campaign,
Yeah. Okay, and this is the name, the
Scholar of the Sun.
Scholars. Okay, I would just put that in my YouTube and
Sure.
show people, hey, thank you so much. Thank you
so
for
much,
helping
sir.
the people.
Yes.
Yeah. Sampai jumpa.
Thank you so much.
Wow. For example, I don't know if you guys understood, but he said they're going to Karangasam. I don't even say the name right. Karangasam. A lot of people don't even know what that is. But it's a separate part of Bali where there's almost no tourists living out there. That part gets pushed so far back. And by the way, if we can help them out, guys, go to their site. Like I said, you don't have to donate money to me. You guys can go right to the people who are helping the people even more so than me in a more sustainable way because they live here. Y'all can do that. Bagi, you are more than welcome to do that. I've seen them every day coming back late in the nights and they're just running food back and forth. So second thing, Bagi. So I was saying about it being commercialized, yes, becoming commercialized, meaning you have to go further out. So because it's commercialized and big businesses are coming in here right now and they're buying big plots of land. I've said it in a lot of videos. I'm almost shocked because it's changing everything. It's pushing the prices up a little bit higher. So you think, but not as much, just the rent. Everything else seems to be about the same price because of all the competition. But I say do that. The third reason I'd say, or maybe we can use this 2.5 reason, is because right now what's happening in Bali is there's so many, it's a new culture that's changing. So what I mean by that, that means that I'm coming from where, when I would be in Canggu before, you got a lot of people who are here that are living here, okay? So they're living here, they're working here, they've adapted to the culture a little bit. They go to ceremonies every now and then, except for Nyepi when the tourists all dip out to the island of Gili. It was like that. It's like that. It was like that before. But now what's happening is almost 80% of the people who are here, and I could be off, but it's just the way it feels. It feels like 80% of the people that you see, for me in Canggu, in Ubud, 80%, 8 out of 10 people are here for pictures. That's a big difference. That's a big difference. When I was here, like I said, when I was here during the pandemic, I lived here for 18 months. In the beginning, 50% were here for the pictures. By March, when everything kind of shut down, March, April, May, June, by June, 40% of people were here for pictures. But by the end of it, by August 2020 until probably August 2021, only about 20% of people, maybe 10% of people were here for pictures. So you can understand the change of people. When you got people who are here just to take pictures, you got other people, Bagi, and you have other people who are here that are actually trying to discover things and learn all this stuff, and you just have this crowd, an influx of people. And I might as well show you guys where we're walking as well. We might come here to eat, actually. That looks really good. There have been this influx of people coming in, okay? And I tell you that because that's a big deal. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent riding around Bali, listening to my audiobooks on the phone, client calls with you all. I do them riding the scooter, some of y'all know. All these little things. But now, I've almost been hit so many times by other tourists. People who don't even have license, people who have never maybe driven a scooter in their life, they've only driven something like this, like a bike. And then all of a sudden, they come here and they realize they can just pay for a scooter and get it. Get the fastest scooter and drive crazy. Not respect the local, how the locals drive, how they have their own respect on the road. And to be honest, as I've talked to my local friends here, I've asked them like, hey, you know, oh, this is a nice little parking lot to walk in. I've asked them, and always you can find these little huts all throughout Bali. If you were to get really lost, as I have been sometimes in the night, you literally could sleep here and no one would say anything to you. They probably check on you and that's about it. But one of the things that they said is, I was like, do you guys drive the Canggu? I was asking my local friends, like, do you guys drive the Canggu? I was like, do you guys go to, I was asking them, do they go to Ubud? And they're like, no, no, no. I was like, why? And they're just like, so many gringos. I mean, gringos, so many bules. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? They're like, bules, they drive crazy. Like, that's the reputation that's getting put around. And the more people see it, the more they just put that with you. So you might be here like me. I come here, I have a Bali name, I understand a lot of their culture, still learning, but I've really assimilated with this culture so much. I lived here during tough times. I have a lot of friends, a lot of families that I worked with here and helped and just am a part of, you know, and people who are like family to me. But when I jump on a scooter or I walk around a place, I'm not Bligade. I am just another bule. I'm another tourist. Like, be careful. I have money and I drive a scooter crazy. And that becomes like this stereotype that gets put in. And as that stereotype gets put in the local areas, you just feel the difference. You feel it. And not saying anything's wrong. Like, it's still, I get it. But at the same time, it's something to be aware of. And with that, the one great thing, I'm gonna put this in the video. The one great thing is that the local people have not changed. Like, the local people have not changed. They're just as kind, they're just as friendly. I say they're even more patient now because of the influx of people that come in. A place like this used to have maybe 10, 15 people a day. Now it has 30 people an hour that go there to sit there, you know, post-pandemic when I was living here. And, you know, I just think of, in my mind, the question that comes to my mind is what happens when their patience runs out. What happens when their patience run out? Little local foods. My thought is that always. What happens when their patience runs out? Because yes, tourists are paying more money. Yes, for the visas now, you got to leave a lot more money in this country. There's a lot more things you have to do. But with that being said, the local people don't really feel the effects of that so much. The owners get more customers, but as I was asking my friends, what's up, dog? You good, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you today. Good to see you, bro. As I asked my friends, I'm like, you guys, you know, you get a lot more tourists, good for you. And they're like, yes, yes. I'm like, you guys make more money? They're like, no, no. So that part always bothers me. It now bothers me a little bit more. But the people who own the restaurants, yes, they're getting more influx of people, more people coming there. But at the same time, it's like, with this higher demand, more people coming in, now the thought that comes to my mind is like these locals who realize there's more money coming in, who these tourists are getting charged more money, and there's more of them, they're getting paid the same and still having to deal with disrespectful bules. People who, like yesterday, if you guys have seen some of my videos, I posted videos of just tourists I've seen walking through ceremonies, yelling at the people, like, don't touch me, don't tell me to come here. And I'm like, guys, you're walking through a ceremony. You know, how many more of that happens before they get like fed up of people like that? And I know it's not you. I know you're just here visiting. I know you're just here, that's it. But I wonder, for those people who are coming in, can you tell the difference? You know, are you able to tell the difference between two people? Wondering if they're able to tell the difference. And this is what I think about. When you come here as someone who sold everything and you're coming over here to live and you're coming over here to enjoy and to assimilate into the culture, to find yourself, to discover yourself, to create things. If you come over here and all these tourists have already done all these crazy things, I know what you'll be, but the first thought people will have when they see you, this is what I think is slowly changing. It's a slow change, and it hasn't changed so much on the grand level here in Bali. Like when I go to local places, like right now I still can. I can drive 20 minutes away from here and being a local place where there's not a single bule or single tourist, and the people still treat me with such curiosity, and it's almost like they don't know all the craziness that happens, I always say, like in the Canggus and Ubuds. So this is what I say. Good morning. And I think it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. It's almost like the secret is out. And it's not too late. You got time. You got time. You can come get over here quickly. You can get over here. But if you're waiting for 4 or 5 years, like, I'm just telling you from what I've seen, I got here when it was the peak. I got here in March of 2020, when kind of COVID was just like it's this thing, to full blown in March of 2020, everything's closing. And then them telling us here that the airport's gonna be closing for a few months, or until they don't even know when the airport's gonna open. And you saw everyone leave, all the people panic. I mean, for me, all these big influencers, I'm like, y'all got more money than me. Why y'all leaving? You know? I saw all that. Like, I saw all that. And because of that, I have a lot of data. I realize that's all it's about. I've got a lot of data on Bali because of the time I've spent here. And during the pandemic time, guys, I walked around just like this, but I went to the shops, I talked to people 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's literally all I did all day. Like, really, if I wasn't making videos or creating in between the downtime, what's up, dog? The downtime, that's what I was doing. And I think it's just a matter of time. Things are changing. Why it might be too late to come next year, or do I think it'd be too late to come next year? I don't think it'd be too late. But I think you'll get here and be like, I should have came here earlier. And I don't want people to be disappointed coming here. See it in its beauty. Now you just gotta, and put it like this. I don't want to say this and not give you a solution. Here's my tip to do. Is to go someplace where you can meet the locals, learn about the culture, become assimilated into the place. Maybe not always going to little fresa places, as we say in Mexico. Well, I like these places. But get to know the waitresses in places like this, and the waiters, the people working there. Like, when you go to a place, if you come here every single morning, what's their name? What's the name of the person? And here's the thing. Even if you don't remember the name or know the name, you can at least ask the name. Make them feel like human. Make them feel like a human. Because I realize a lot of people come here and it's so much about getting the deal, getting cheap food and cheap things, that we forget that it's humans getting it to us. And those humans don't even eat the food sometimes at their own restaurants where they work. So that would be my thought to share of why you should definitely get here sooner rather than later. And from that, get out in the mornings as well. If I can say a little tip, get out in the mornings. And then, let me see. I'm glad I wrote down what today's video was about, because I already forgot. We want to wrap this up in style. I can't remember the title of the video. We're gonna keep this rolling though, because this is what happens in real time. But this is why you definitely should get here soon. I believe that's I don't know if it's exact wording, but that's why I say, because I'm telling you, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. And like, there's still beauty. You can still find everything you need here. People are still kind. You can find your little places, but they're just kind of getting sometimes a little few and far between. That'd be the easiest way to say it. And I want y'all to see it and be here now. If you're getting the call to come here now, it's for a reason. It's for a reason you stumbled on this video. It ain't no random. Not a random thing, you just found this video. That's for sure. That's the little breakfast for locals right over there. Want some good food? Right there. Full body massages. 90,000, that's like, how much is that? 90,000, that's like $4.50 still for a massage. Maybe a little bit more, probably $6 for a massage. Still get that stuff. But the time is now, my friends. The time is now. That's all I'm gonna say in this little video on my little walk. I'll bring you along, we'll walk a little bit more. I'm actually walking to a little cafe. Showing you a little bit what it's like here in the morning as well. That's such interesting. Swastika bungalow. Because I believe that was a symbol way before the you know what they used it in Germany. But they do it the other way. They reverse it, the symbol. And who knows, maybe if you guys, when you come here and you go on your morning walk through Sanur, it won't even look like this. And the thing is, I wouldn't even be surprised. Sadly, I wouldn't be surprised. And if this was Canggu right now, it would be packed right now. Now is when the people would start to be out like crazy, flying through the streets. Now you can still come and enjoy the little paradises like this. A secret place I'll tell you about, this little hut right here. You wouldn't know it now. It has the best juices you'll ever find. The best juices, and they cost, how much? They cost like $1.10 with everything you can think of in it. All fruit, all healthy, all natural, and put like that. Health is a matter of perspective. But only a matter of time. And this is what you guys see, the pictures that you see in the vlogs and in my videos. This is how I get them. Early in the morning walks. But this is a rarity. But even as we started, to give you it's 7:30 in the morning right now. I'll try and be quiet and let y'all just see the walk through. Try. See what they got for breakfast over here. Big breakfast. Huh. No salads. Have a good chicken wing. Looks good though. I will say it looks good. And let me know any questions you guys have. But maybe I'll change it before 2026, maybe before 2027, before next year, definitely. And I think from a business standpoint, as the businesses start to realize, there's money to be made because there's people flowing in and out of here, I think that's always when it's like a, yeah. Because a big business is coming here with big money. And if there's a little spot here, let's say there's a little store, let's say it's Wayan's Warong. Wayan has a little warong right here that she's been at for 30 years, and she will never sell it. But someone comes here and offers her 400 million rupiah, she would think about it. 400 million rupiah is around, I don't even know off the top of my mind. It's probably like $15,000, something like that. Oh no, 10 is 150, 20. It's like $30,000, more than they'll make in years. They would think about it, you know, 400 million rupiah, I don't know. But big corporations, imagine like a Polo or a Lacoste or a McDonald's or a Starbucks that has crazy amounts of cash reserves, Apple, any of them, they won't offer 400 million, they'll offer 4 billion. 10 times what they would say yes to, they'll offer to her. And now Wayan sells that land. She sells that warong. And now it becomes a Starbucks, or it becomes a Apple store, which is great for them. Nothing against them, but it changes of what it was here. Changes are good. Changes are different, I get it. But to see it in its current form and see how it is now, it's important to come here. And I'm not paid by Bali. No one's paying me in Bali to say this to you, but it's close to my heart. And I know the power Bali has of becoming one of the biggest mirrors you'll see when you're not aware of. You can see it anywhere you are, in everyone you talk to. And I want everyone to kind of enjoy this. Look at this, the lost ship. Look at that, that's really cool. I mean, just imagine yourself here. I don't know where you live at now, but you can come here and eat for $6 a day. Help out the local economy, eat local, and experience stuff like this in the mornings. Especially in a place like here in Sanur where it's just walkable everywhere. Don't need to drive. You can, but like you see me just walking around, and I'm not a big walker in Bali. I actually don't believe in it. I've seen too many just random holes, dogs, people hit. Seen too many of that. I prefer drive. But even here, I'd say, so walkable. Look at this. Great places to stay there. Pagi, pagi. Pagi. I mean, look, you're good, you're good. And for me, one of the most beautiful areas of Sanur, with these huge trees that cast so much shade and so chill here. Probably the center of Sanur, I'd say, other than where the port is. Look who owns something there. Look at that. So Wayan's Warung is no longer here. Wayan has moved further outside the city. She doesn't have her home here. She sold it. Yes, her family's great now financially, but in the futures to come, maybe their grandkids are gonna have to work. And on top of that, there will be never a rice field there again. And with that being said, I'm actually gonna go there. I'm actually gonna go there because they don't let me down with the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is still a challenge to find. If I don't bring Starlink with me, it's a challenge. But you can see, that's why I say to get here while you can. Because before you know it, it has changed. Before you know it, it's like, yeah, you miss out on kind of like what's here. And I know you'll be here when you're here, but if you can be here before, why not? And that's all I wanted to say. So I hope you got something from this. I'm gonna go into AC and internet, which most of these cafes and restaurants and stores are adapting to. And appreciate you being here. Hope you got something from this video. If you did, let me know. Leave a comment if you have any questions, maybe a thumbs up, a like, something. So when I put this out, I know at least you got something from it. That means a lot to me. This is how I actually talk to you. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video.